Good evening, everybody. Welcome back again to another live show on the channel. It is a match preview for our game on Saturday against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. Joined by Laurence this time because Mason's working. How you doing, Laurence?
All right. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, you know the usual drill. If you enjoyed tonight's show, remember to hit the thumbs up. It keeps us up those citrus. So please do hit those likes. Please, if you're brand new at the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you really enjoy what goes on this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Completely free to do so, and it does made the channel grow as well. And of course, that bell notification because that will let you know when there is a live show or a pre-recorded video or a live show. How's it going on? It's going. Good evening, Tom. Oh, there's apparently there's echoey. Lawrence, could you just come back in and out?
Okay, then.
Just to see if the echo goes. Because we're just going to try and sort the echo out. It could be Laurence. And so where was up to? Yep. Please hit that bell notification because that will let you know when there is a live show pre-recorded video taking place. Super chat's available if you want to donate to the channel and if you want to consider becoming a member for just 99p a month. Just hit the join button to become a member and you'll be put into a prize draw as well. So, yep, lots of echo apparently. We'll get it sorted out. So, there you go. And just to let you know, Tom, I've got your picture saved for tomorrow night. So, Echo's gone, Laurence has gone out. Yeah, we'll just wait for him to come back in and hopefully it's all good. Is it all good now?
Hopefully now it is.
There we go. There it is. I think we're okay now. There we go. We're sorted now. So just looking for these comments. I like coffee. Hope everyone's doing well. Laurence, so Bournemouth away at the Vitality Stadium. Last game before international break. We end the game. That's last game with a win.
Definitely. It won't really. I'm expecting a bit more of a tight game. You know, with it being at the Vitality, I think we'd probably win comfortably if it was at St James's. But of course, Bournemouth in the last home game against Burnley, they did finally get the first win of the season. But I'm definitely confident we can get another win in the Premier League and going into the international break on a high.
Yep. Hopefully we can as well. So we really can. Of course, the injuries aren't helping in a way. And we've got Bruno suspended because of 5 yellow cards, unfortunately. There's no latest news on Callum Wilson, whether it's to see he'll definitely be missing. He came off with a tight hamstring on Tuesday night, but we'll wait. We'll get more on Eddie Howe's press conference tomorrow. Some tells me I've got the feeling he might be okay because he's been selected for the England squad as well.
Yep, that is definitely a good sign about his fitness. But yeah, I think we'll just start him again if he is fully fit, even if he doesn't play the full 90. I think maybe he's been taken off the last couple of games because Eddie obviously wanted to kind of save him for up until the international break, and hopefully we get Isak back for Chelsea.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's why the international break, you could say, could be coming at the right time for us again, hopefully, as well, because we've got the injuries that's been piling up. Really hasn't it? So, a bit worried about Wilson, though. Hopefully he's okay. I will play going in attack, says Coffee. He could well do. I'm going to say Wilson might be all right. If he's been selected for England, that just gives me the feeling he might be all right. So hopefully he is okay. But tomorrow, maybe it's just a precautionary. That's the thing. So there you are. And we do have a bit of good news. Harvey Barnes is now back in training. I've seen the photos. Well, I've seen the news. It's come out by, I know Chronicles reported it. Lee Ryder's reported it, I'm sure. So that's a bit of good news. I don't think it'll come too soon this game for him, though, but that's good to see. He is pictured back in training, which is fantastic as well. So, yeah. One dirty Mackham. Jesus, Robert. Great news about Harvey Barnes. Yep, he is back in training. as well. So, yeah, but does Livramento deserve a start, though, Laurence? Because I think he does.
Definitely, because again, every time he's played practically, he's been excellent. And again, he was our best player on Tuesday night. Put a good one for Joe Linton. Joe Linton should have done better. Potentially, we'll have start him at right back. Maybe put Trippier at left back.
Yeah, maybe could do that. I think Livramento deserves a start for me in this game. I thought he was very impressive there on Tuesday night. He's only going to get better as a player. He gets those opportunities now because I thought he was outstanding. And the games he's played so far, he's not put a foot wrong at all. So I really, really hope he does get that opportunity as well. Trippier will have to set up his we'll have to set up his game, because he wasn't great the other night, I've got to admit, so hopefully he will be. Peter, you missed me last comment. Did I read one before that? No, it's probably because I was in that one. There you go, don't mind. I've read it now. Agree, Livramento deserves a future world-class Ballon d'Or winner right there, says Julie. Yep, totally. Could well be. BF, I think the comments just coming in from BF. He thinks Trippier needs a rest.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, actually.
I think maybe that wouldn't be a bad idea as well.
I think what fans have been saying is because he's 33 now. Can we expect him to play like all these games? That's why we needed
maybe not now.
That right back with Livramento, and it's good news as well that Kraft's been back in the squad as well.
Yeah, that's it. I did like the spoof tweet earlier that the other Premier League clubs will put temporary rules in place to prevent Harvey Bonds from returning before the new year. Oh, yeah. Chips does need a rest. Yeah, I would be tempted to give him a rest. Start Livramento on Saturday, and I'd have Lewis Hall at left back. And
I thought Lewis Hall was
yeah,
he was okay the other night. I mean, I think if I remember correctly, was he a fault for the first goal? But then I think he was unlucky to get booked. Yeah, just be good to see him and Livramento get more games, and then potentially, Hall play enough games so that obligation to buy the conditions in that they come to fruition, and he ends up being our player permanently.
Yep, absolutely. Hopefully it could well do. I think I would be tempted to give Hall a chance on Saturday as well. We know Willock's probably going to start because Bruno's out because of 5 yellow cards. So we know Willock's going to come straight in the team as well. So, yeah. But hopefully, majority of the rest, I could probably see. I think Gordon's going to come back in the start, and so is Miggy as well. So,
yeah.
Premier League clubs for tougher deals on related party commercial deals, and that could restrict Saudi-backed UFC abilities to increase their commercial revenue. I've heard about that. Apparently, it's got to get 14 out of 20 votes so far.
I think Man City, Nottingham Forest, I could definitely see them voting against it because their owners own other clubs, Olympiacos, New York City. If you remember the Lampard deal, Melbourne City, I think as well.
Yeah, totally. Do you want us? Don't want us in the Big Six, do they? Well, I know they don't, but what can they do about it? Simon Jones tried to say that it isn't because of Newcastle. Okay, then. And I've got to say, well done to Simon Jones for coming out and saying about the Champions League games we've played. We've been in the games still. We haven't completely folded in any of the games at all, so fair enough. I like what he came out and said about that. Was really, really spot on what he came out and said. We haven't been out of the games. We've done well to try and stay in them. Maybe if we've lost the 2 games, but Champions League is not over just yet.
Not yet, but it's going to be hard to get a result in Paris, and we'll lose that game. It's over for us in the Champions League. I'll just have to hope in that case AC Milan don't beat Borussia Dortmund, so we've got a chance of pipping them to the Europa League on the last game, because I'd fancy us to beat them at home.
Yeah, I do as well. How many more seasons do you think Trippier, Wilson, and Shares got left in them? Trippier, it's a tough one, isn't it? I think Wilson will just have one more year with us after this season. I mean, they could still have more seasons, but I'm going to judge on the feeling that I think Wilson will have one more season with us next season. I could probably see the same with Share. Trippier, we'll wait and see as well. They may still have quite a bit of time, but I think they probably still got at least a couple of years in them, hopefully. Simon just agrees with whatever his mate Daniel Levy wants, trying to sell it as a narrative. Yeah, Premier League is corrupt as it stinks. Can't believe nobody mentions Gallant's new year. I've not seen it. Penny looks 20 years younger. I think no one talks about him anymore. The Premier League's independent K match incidents panelists ruled the referee and the VR were correct to award Newcastle United's winning goal against Arsenal on Saturday. There you go. Nothing wrong with the goal. It wasn't out of play. There was no foul, and it wasn't offside. And Julie's just saying, no. So, there you go. But, yeah. Bournemouth, not having the greatest of seasons. Laurence, 1 win. The rest of 3 draws. The rest have been defeats. I don't think it's really worked with the new manager, I've got to admit. I think, very lucky just to get a win against Burnley because it took a VR decision to rule out a Burnley equaliser. But I think Burnley are really, really on the ropes this season.
Oh, yeah. Kind of forgot about that VAR saved them against Burnley as well. But in terms of Areola, well, Bournemouth, they took a bit of a risk letting go of Gary O'Neill. I know he's not the best manager in the world, but then they put in Areola. He did all right in Spain. Maybe they were hoping, be a bit like when Southampton harshly sacked Nigel Adkins after he got them promoted. And then, well, twice. And they bought in Pochettino. People thinking, who's this guy? But we're seeing how well Pochettino was doing. But, yeah, just hasn't worked for Areola for whatever reason. They were beaten 4-0 at home by Arsenal as well, and also lost 3-0 away to Everton.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should have enough. Still should have enough to beat them, in my opinion. We could do with this game without Bruno. I know we didn't win a game when Bruno was missing, but players now need to step up. Look how we didn't need Bruno pretty much in the Man United game at Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup.
Well, yeah. The players that came in, Kraft, Dummett, Ritchie, Hall playing midfield. That's given us more confidence that players can come in and do a job. Whereas, for example, last season, if we had to rely on, say, someone like Jamal Lewis coming in, people like, oh no. But yeah, definitely. But yeah, even without Bruno, I'm definitely confident we can win the game.
Yeah, I know it was a draw last time, but hopefully we've looked at that was very poor last season, and we can look to do it better without them as well. So, just one before that. Saw that, eat that, Karen Arteta, says Julie. Yep, because how saltiness Arteta. Do you think Arteta's going to get charged with what he's come out and said? I think he will be.
He should be getting charged because you look at the managers that say anything against the referees, like publicly come out and criticize them. They're always getting charged, so it should be no different, really, for Arteta.
Well, it shouldn't be, really. It's all clubs very, very lucky because the amount of injuries we have. If we have a fully fit squad, we would give anyone a game. Yeah, we really, really would. When we get a lot of our players back, then a lot of teams will not be looking forward to come up against us. No doubt about that. Hopefully, we've got a lot of them back after the international break as well. We got Chelsea because we will need them in that game as well. So, Kraft picking up where he left off, still massively improving, absolutely. He has to be charged 12-match ban, hopefully. I don't think he'll get a ban. I think he'll get a big fine. He'll get fined and all of that, are definitely the biggest Karen in the Premier League. I mean, I think he's pretty much getting his worse than Klopp now, I've said. So, yeah. How many left for... How many subs left for 2K? I've not checked the last time, Coffee, I must admit. So, I'll have to check. So, but we're still a canny way off them. But again, you know the drill. Get down and subscribing to help us get to 2K. So really, really appreciate the support. Would be fantastic as always, as well. So, but yeah, going back to Bournemouth. I mean, really up in a relegation battle. We knew they were gonna get trounced off Manchester City, which was definitely expected, as well. So, but yeah, it's just. I mean, you look at the Dominic Solanke top scorer with 5 goals only. Then you look at the rest. David Brooks has got 2. And Semenyo has only got 2. But then you look at the rest of them. Justin Clive, Ryan Christie, Philip Billing, Lewis Sinistera, Hamad Traore, and Joe Redwell. They've only got 1 goals in them as well. So it's not the highest in terms of goal scorings as well.
Yeah, just not looking good. I mean, not scoring many goals, and then obviously conceding a lot of goals as well. And if that's, I mean, the goal difference is minus 18 after 11 games.
15 goals scored in total as well.
Aye, and unfortunately for them, that is like a recipe for relegation.
I mean, yeah, as I mentioned, the new manager, and I think he'll be really, really under pressure if we were to beat them as well. It's not working for them with the manager. I think Gary O'Neill was harshly sacked by Bournemouth, and look how he's doing okay at Wolves now. So,
yeah.
Kraft has been called up to his country, I think. How has he? I've not seen that, but well done, bro. He has done. Bournemouth did great, good chances against City. Could have had 2 to 3 goals, but Man City just completely opened them up. A nice, comfortable 3 wins this year. Yep, it's where Eddie and Mad Dog made their names as managers as well, made their names as players as well as managers. That spurred them on. Callum Wilson still has love for Bournemouth, absolutely, and no doubt Eddie will get a great reception as well, Laurence, when he returns back there again on Saturday.
Definitely, for the job he did at Bournemouth, and that was why I was confident he'd do well here as well. Oh, and in terms of Wilson, well, if he does play the game, what I will say is, in this fixture, Bournemouth versus Newcastle, we've had Ryan Fraser, Dan Gosling twice, and Matt Ritchie all scoring, and these are lads who play for both clubs, so hopefully Wilson can add his name to that list.
Yeah, hopefully he could do. I just worry teams will get a shot lead against us and then sit back and soak up the pressure. That's what a lot of them do. And then they end up really on the back foot as well, and they do end up conceding as well. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, but a lot of us will have us favourites for this game. I don't see why not. But if we do you think international break, even though we probably don't want it because it's Southgate ball that we'll have to put up with. I mean, but again, I think this international break may come at the right time again for us to get the players back that we need back in the side, so we don't end up with more in. We don't want to keep that injury. We want to get that injury list down the best we can.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that all the hard work put in last season, and then this season again with Champions League, and then having a couple of tough draws in the Carabao Cup. That's I mean, as well as having the group of death in the Champions League, that's really impacting the players. And then, of course, nobody could foresee what would happen with Tonali and Barnes. But yeah, once again, this is the 3rd international break in a row where we can think this is coming at a good time for us.
Yep.
Because there'd always be like 1 or 2 players at least coming back. Botman last in September, Wilson in October, and then he scored against Crystal Palace in the next game.
Yep. I just read that one. Hopefully, we get an update on Botman tomorrow. Hopefully, we will. I mean, Eddie Howe will be giving his press conference tomorrow as well. So, yeah. But who would you say is the main threat, would you say, for Bournemouth?
Well, you'd probably have to go with their top scorer, Solanke. But,
Solanke.
Brooks, Semenyo, even Sinistero took his goal well, to be fair, with the Etihad. I think Billing's a decent player as well. By the way, that goal he scored against Burnley as well. I mean, I actually voted that for Goal of the Month or Match of the Day. What a strike that was.
Yeah. I mean, they've only got 10 assists as well, so again, it's not an awful lot as well, so, but we could look to deal with that, hopefully as well, but I've consensus why we can't look to get the win on Saturday, which would be great, and then focus on international break. Eddie Howe gets down to work with the players that do not go on the international break. Hopefully the ones that do go are absolutely fine, i.e. Callum Wilson, Kieran Trippier. I think Bruno and Joe Willock have been called up for Brazil. I'm sure they have.
They have.
As well, so yeah. And Covey says Bournemouth player formation, it was a 5-4-1 against City. It was last time. The last time I checked, they did go quite defensive in the game. Well, it was Man City, so I'm kind of not surprised in a way they did. I mean, they may look to do the same against us because of how well have we been playing as well. But we'll see. The Bournemouth are at home as well, so... But we should have enough. We're going to beat Bournemouth 3-1, I think, says Exploring the Northeast as well. I'll remember because I'll remember to get that in, actually. For when we get to the score prediction come the end of the game. Laurence, if you just message your final score in the private chat, and I'll just set the banner for it. If that's okay.
All right, then. I'll do on Facebook if that's all right.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Look. Did you see Liverpool lost to Toulouse? I didn't see the game, but I heard they did. And Liverpool had a goal disallowed right in stoppage time. In that game as well. If there's any team to lose, it's Toulouse. But I've got to say, Brighton beating Ajax.
I've seen that. I've seen that Villa had a goal disallowed by VAR against AZ Alkmaar as well. But good result for Brighton. I mean, Ajax are in an absolute mess at the minute.
There they are. They are at the moment, like, so it's going now when you ASM. Do you know what? I think he is. I think he's probably, do you know what? I think he's started becoming better than ASM now.
Yeah.
Because the fact is, pretty much every game that Gordon's played, he's been out unstoppable.
Yeah. And, he's working hard. I mean, I'm not saying ASM didn't do that, but the thing is, he's already got 4 goals this season. ASM has only scored 2 goals in his last year and a half with us. The one against Watford and then the volley against Wolves.
And that's it. I think it's only about 11 league goals ASM scoring in total for us in the Premier League. Well, Gordon's now got 4 this season, and he got 1 last season, so that's 5. So sure, Gordon is definitely making a name for himself as well. So that's it. So I think, even I think go Exploring the Northeast, Gordon is our new player. Well, he's our new number 10. He got given that shirt, and he's well and truly done fantastic with it as well. And Anthony Gordon is the player we've got now. One of the players we've got now that are really, really making a name for himself at this football club. So, yeah. But I'm just good. There was talks that he was going to get called up for England, but now he's not. Well, it's typical Gareth Southgate.
It is. I mean, I'm sure lads will be having a chat about this on the show tomorrow night. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Chippers is ranting about.
No, it probably would be. I believe Chippers is coming on tomorrow as well, so we'll probably get a rant. And it wouldn't surprise me if it's about Gareth Southgate's lineup, because again, as usual, favourites have been selected, i.e. Harry Maguire, John Henderson, Calvin Phillips have all been selected again.
And Marcus Rashford, despite him getting sent off against Copenhagen last night, I think he's got the same amount.
Rashford's had a poor season.
I think he's got the same amount of red cards he has goals, unless he scored one against Crystal Palace in the Cup.
I think he did. I don't think he scored a lot this season. So
I think one goal against Arsenal, that's in the Premier League.
That's it. Gordon is going to be one of the best players in the Premier League. It's Bonds. We need to get firing, absolutely. Gordon is elite. Maxi has the tricks and is a great player, but Gordon has speed, power, work rate, consistency, and is a goal scorer too. Spot on, Tom. Gareth South, C-U-N-T, equals unimaginative. That's it, yeah. Southgate's been handing in the same team sheet since 2016, got them photocopied in the office. Totally agree, yeah. No changes with Gareth Southgate at all, I know. And we don't want the international break really much, do we? Maybe because we'll want players back from injury, that's the thing. But I can't be chewed with. I did watch the last England games, but they weren't that impressive, I must admit. Italy was maybe, but the Australian games was a load of tosh, in my opinion. So that's all I can say on that. And I think it's Malta and Macedonia during the international break. We should be looking to beat them very easily. But knowing Gareth Southgate will probably just scrape a result at this rate, but I don't know. I just can't be chewed with I just cannot be chewed with Gareth Southgate's style of football, unfortunately. That's the thing. I just rather want to watch our team play. That's the thing. So no matter how many injuries we've got at the moment, but Southgate's just his football style just depresses me. It's just depressing to watch. So yeah, and I bet that, as I mentioned, that's probably going to be Chibbers' round on tomorrow night show, no doubt about that. As well. So there you go. But yeah, but hopefully we should have enough to get the job done on Saturday. It's a long way to travel. I don't think I've been successful in the ballot, as I mentioned yesterday with Mason. I mean, if I was successful, I would have heard something by now. I can't see him doing it 2 days now before the game, and I could definitely not see it happening the day before the game and all of that. So I entered in it, but it just looks like I've not been successful for this one. There's another opportunity, hopefully, but it just doesn't look like I've been successful in this one, I'm afraid. So it looks like it'll be the watch along for the game on Saturday. So yeah, I can't. I don't think I've been successful in the ballot for Bournemouth away. I'd love to have gone down. I know it's a long travel, but it's a new ground I've not been to. But nothing I can't do if I've not been successful in the ballot, unfortunately. So never mind. It is what it is, I suppose. As well. So, but again, all the safe travel down to our fans going down there as well. And what's happened to Anderson? He's still got a back injury. He's got a back injury. Anderson, like Burns, got a back injury as well. It doesn't look like Burns going to be back until beginning of next year. I think Anderson will see just before the year finishes. But I think it's like we just know that I think it's Target and Burn are definitely going to be out until the beginning of next year, I'm sure. I think that's what I've looked the last time. Hopefully Botman is not, unless he has to have an operation. Maybe Murphy, I think that's another one. He'll be out until the early beginning of next year as well. We'll get more information on these, but I'm pretty sure that's what I've read, that they're out at least until the beginning of the new beginning of next year. So, but we'll wait and see, I suppose. But glad we got Harvey Barnes back in training, and we'll just find out when it's a matter of time before he comes back. So there you are. And again, I know I'd messaged Paul of this, but my Toon Review t-shirt and hoodie came the day. So again, thank you so much, Paul, for that. So thank you very so much. On the way to 25k subscribers as well. Absolutely fantastic as well. And please, if you haven't showed your support for the Toon Review, please do so. Fantastic channel, fantastic lads. as well. So, yeah, and as I mentioned, my T-shirt and hoodie arrived today. So, again, thank you so much. Woohoo, TTR merch, absolutely. You know, if you want to get any hands on some of their merch, you know, it's on their website, and there you go. So there you go. Anyway, we're gonna get into our predicted lineup for Saturday. Formation-wise, 4-3-3. There'll be maybe a couple of changes. One, we'll definitely see Bruno will be taken out because he cannot play because of a suspension. Yeah, I think Eddie Howe may go with this, or what we probably would like to see Eddie go with on Saturday. So kicking over you, Laurence, in goal, easy decision.
Nick Pope.
Yeah, I mean, he was fantastic against Dortmund. Couldn't have done about the 2 goals, but he pulled off some really, really good saves.
Yeah.
As well for me. So, yeah, easy decision. He's our number one goalkeeper. As well. So, Nick Pope it is. Right back. This man, I'm giving the start to. Given this opportunity, I want to see this lad start on Saturday. And I'll give Trippier a rest for this game. I think Livramento deserves an opportunity to start for me now. And he's been fantastic. It's now he deserves a start in the Premier League for me now. So I hope he does be given the chance on Saturday as well. So you are okay. Centre backs, Laurence.
Should I name them both or just the first one?
Just one of them. Just give me one.
Well, I'll go with well, it's right centre back, so I'll go with Jamal Lascelles.
Yeah, absolutely. Captain on the day. He's been fantastic this season. Maybe not the greatest against Dortmund, but the Arsenal game he was unstoppable in that game. Nothing could really get past him at all. Really, nothing could get past him at all. So yeah, Jamal Lascelles, he'd be in there. In the England lineup, Trent is listed as a midfielder, not a defender. That's fair play from Southgate though, because Trent is not a defender, and Southgate's playing him as a midfielder this time. So there you go. So there you are. Okay, alongside him, that one there, Mr. Fabian Schär. Again, been really, really solid this season as well. And yeah, he's going to have to definitely be on his game for Saturday, definitely. So there you are. Okay, Laurence, who's taking left back?
I'm going to go with Lewis Hall. Give Trippier a rest.
Oh, wow. So
well.
So Lewis Hall arrest. So Trippier arrest, and we're going to see Lewis Hall in. Okay, then. You never know. It could happen. Eddie, never know. It could just happen.
Actually, I'm not too sure who I'd start left back, but I'm going to predict it's Trippier.
Well, we'll see. But do you know what? I want to see Lewis Hall given a start in the Premier League as well. Very young lad. Let's see what he can do. Maybe Trippier, I think, could do with a bit of just a little bit of a rest. I want to understand something now. He got 10 months, but now done towards Zaniolo. Maybe they could still be looking into it. Rob at this rate. So it's maybe still getting looked into unless with the fact is Tonali just came out and admitted straight away that he was betting on Ace when he was playing for Milan at the time. At least he came out when it was honest, and we know now what it results in. So there you go. Okay, now so centre midfielders. Right, first of all, start with Longstaff in there as well. He's done very well in the Premier League this season, and hopefully continues that good run of that good form as well. What he's been doing as well. So Longstaff to keep in there on Saturday. Okay, next one in midfield there, Laurence.
I'm going to go with Joe Willock.
Yep, I think he starts as well this Saturday for me. I think he will come in. I think he'll have to come in because Bruno's suspended. So opportunity now for Mr. Joe Willock to get his first start at the Premier League this season as well. And so, yeah, here you go. And the last one in midfield, it'll be that man there, Mr. Joelinton. And he's been very well as of late, back to seeing what he has been as well. And no doubt he's going to be in that lineup as well. So there you go. So now to the attacking three now. So back to you, Laurence, on the left-hand side.
It's going to be Gordon. He's going to come back in.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely will do. He'll be in that start lineup, no doubt about that. As well. So, yep. Hopefully he's gonna have a big game on Saturday, and that Bournemouth defense will not be looking coming up to right up against him, because look what the problems he's caused to a lot of other players this season. That is for sure. So there you go. Okay, on the right side, Miggy will be back in for me as well. And he scored there last season down at the Vitality as well. And yeah, need a big performance from Miggy as well. He's looked at maybe just a little bit of lackluster, but this is Bournemouth. And again, look at what he does when he takes on players. He's a real handful, and players are hard for him to stop. And I believe that's what Miggy can do against a Bournemouth defence who really, really do have conceded a lot of goals this season as well. So there you go. And the last one, Mason, up front in the middle.
It'll be Wilson, I think. He will
we think
game.
Hopefully he should be okay. Maybe it's just a precaution. Eddie didn't want to risk him as well. And he's fine as well. If he's been called up for England as well. So hopefully it looks like hopefully should be okay. I hope so. We'll go with Wilson up front. So there you go. Covey, Trent Alexander in midfield is good. Yeah, absolutely it is. So yeah, so that is the lineup that we are going with for Saturday. So in goal, Nick Pope. The back four is going to be Tino Livramento, Jamal Lascelles, Fabian Schär, and Lewis Hall. We think Trippier may be rested for this one. I don't think it maybe should be such a bad idea in a way. I think Livramento deserves his chance for me. He really, really does for me. So why not give him that opportunity? In the free midfield, we're going with Sean Longstaff, Joe Willock, and Joe Linton. Joe Willock's going to come in because Bruno's suspended. So then the attacking three is Anthony Gordon, Miguel Moron, and Callum Wilson, who hopefully we think should be okay as well. Eddie Howe will be giving his press conference tomorrow as well. So, and then the players make the long journey down the south coast and along with the fans very early on Saturday. No doubt about that. So, yeah, just got it. I just wasn't successful in the ballot, but never mind. So it is what it is, I suppose. So, yeah, but we just got to go at them, Laurence. I mean, you get it, our Bournemouth team, they'll really, really struggled to. They really struggle to stop. There's like they've done what's happened a lot this season. I mean, 7 defeats, 1 win, 3 draws. It's just been a really poor season for them, and they're really in that battle.
Well, yeah, I think they'll probably be easier to break down than when we played them last season, because they were pretty hard to break down under Gary O'Neill.
Yep.
I mean, Areola, I'd say he's probably more of an attacking manager, but maybe just doesn't have the players.
Maybe he doesn't. You can away. That's why he went 5 at the back against Man City, and it didn't work. And had 6 put past them as well. I mean, again, you look at goal difference. Minus 18, conceded 27. Not many goals scored as well, actually, as well. So, but conceded 27 goals. Joint high scorers in terms of conceding goals with Burnley as well. So, yeah. So, highest joint top of conceding goals along with Burnley as well. So, it's going to be, it could just well be a long night for them. And we go down there and we do what we need to do to get that win on Saturday night. So, yeah. But let us know, guys, down in the live chat about how we'll go in this game. Who's Eddie Howe going to pick? What's your predicted lineup going to be? Get your score predictions in as well. We'll do ours at the end as well. So it'll be interesting to see what people go with. And Coffee's going for a 4-0 win.
Well, I remember we were 4-0 up at the Vitality Stadium. No, it was probably helped with it being behind closed doors, but Do you
Yeah, it
remember
was.
that? I mean, Dan Gosling did score right at the end, but yeah, I'd definitely take that again.
That would be cracking. I mean, and who was it? Who was the manager again?
At Bournemouth or Newcastle.
For us at the
It was
time,
actually Bruce.
it was, and Eddie was manager of Bournemouth at the time as well.
Aye.
So, yeah, we all remember that. It was a game behind closed doors, but we absolutely ran ragged past them on that day as well.
Aye.
Which we did. We started to look for more attacking options. So we won there, yep. And we won really comfortably 4-1 down there as well. So Coffee's going for a 4-0 win on Saturday. And again, let us know, guys. What you're again, let us know the other guy as well, what you're going for score predictions. As well. So yeah. But yeah, big game. If we can end this game on it with a win, which would be great to keep us in that position. I mean, the fact is we're only 2 points behind Villa, 4 points behind Arsenal. We're only 4 points off the top 4 as well. And there's some other big games that coming up at the weekend as well. So, I mean, Wolves, they're away to Spurs, but Spurs are away to Wolves, but Spurs will have some players missing because of suspension, what happened in the game as well. Liverpool against Brentford may not be that much of an easy game. Chelsea, Man City playing against not Chelsea are right down the table still. But we just want that win, Laurence, just to keep it.
Oh yeah,
just to keep us along, just to keep us up there, really.
Yeah, especially with the international break, because for me, defeats actually usually feel worse when the international break's around the corner, and we cannot really we've got to wait to put things right. But I suppose we were helped last weekend by Villa losing against Nottingham Forest, because I thought they'd have won that game, and of course getting a win against Arsenal has closed the gap to them as well.
Yeah, that's it. Zippy run from going to score, then Joe Linton, Bulletella, then Gordon will score again with another zippy run, and fourth goal will be by Willock out of the box. Volley, boom, says Coffee. Wow, that would be great, wouldn't it? It's a shame your pal Murphy is not available this weekend, because I bet no doubt Coffee, if he was fit, you'd be backing him to score. But unfortunately, he ain't available due to injury, I'm afraid. So there you go. We'll wait and see. If we get the win, that would be great. That's all we can do. We haven't really got a bad record down at the Vitality Stadium as well, Laurence. I think we've only lost. Have we lost much down there? I don't think we have.
We've not lost there in the Premier League.
No, we haven't. We haven't lost there. No, we haven't.
I know 3 of those games ended in draws. A couple of 2-2s under Rafa Benitez. We're 1-1-0 down there when they first came up, but we should have lost that game.
We should have. Elliott,
he played like prime Iker Casillas that day, and then Perez took a chance. The few chances we got.
I remember that game. Yeah, we should have won that game. We were lucky to come away with that win. The first time we played Bournemouth, they had us all over them. There was a Perez goal that got us the win. But yeah, Rob Elliott was definitely like a prime Casillas in that game. He really, really was. But we've had 2 draws under Rafa of 2-2s. We did win we won under Steve Bruce there 4-1.
4-1.
But we did draw 1-1 last season. We were really shocking down there, though.
Aye. Just wasn't our best performance. Like, it's one of those, if Bruno was there, we probably win that game.
That's it.
I mean, we always seem to play in Bournemouth like the last game before the November international break as well.
Yeah, we normally do, don't we? For Mourinho, I think we didn't last season though.
No,
the first season under Bruce we did at home, but that was at home. I remember.
Happening Rafa's last year, and when we won 2 on both occasions, and also when they beat us. Well, last time they beat us when Cook scored at the end.
Yeah, I remember that as well. If Mourinho was there, I predict a 9-0 win with a hat-trick and 4 assists from Mourinho. There you go. Speaking of Murphy, let's... Murphy is second highest for us in terms of assists. Murphy is rated at number 2 for most assists this season out of all of our players. Of course, top being Kieran Trippier. But Jacob Murphy is sitting in second place. There you go, Coffee. So you might like to know about that as well. So there you are. Anyway. But we just need to win, just to do anything we can to get the win as well. It just get us those points on the board. We take the game to them. They're going to really find it hard to stop us. And it's happened with a lot of games they have had this season. I mean, you look at their starting record in terms of the beginning there, Laurence. I mean, the first game, it was West Ham, which was a 1-1 draw. But then they lost to Liverpool. They then lose to Spurs. They then got battered. They then go... It was a 2-2 draw away to Brentford. They got a 0-0 draw with Chelsea. But they've lost to Brighton. They've lost to Arsenal. Well trounced by Arsenal. They've lost to Everton away. They lost to Wolves 2-1. And again, as I mentioned, they only just scraped 2-1 against Burnley at home. They did lose to Liverpool in the Cup, and then they got trounced away to Manchester City 6-1.
But, just hasn't been going well for them. I'm glad that they didn't sack Iriola when the reports were coming out a few weeks back, I think. Those reports that were going to sack him, I thought, oh no, they're going to be coming into the game against us with a new manager, but thankfully they haven't. So it was probably a good thing for us that they did get the win against Burnley, because that might have bought him a bit more time in their job.
Mm-hmm. And Coffee says, may Murphy have many more assists, says Coffee. Let's hopefully he does when he's back from his injury, but it looks like he's facing... for the missing the rest this year, I'm afraid, Coffee. And hopefully when he comes back, he's a better player. He feels like, again, we'll have a new player in our hands in a way as well. Hopefully it's going to be like that as well. So there you go. Here you go. As well. So we'll be wrapping the show up in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. So remember, again, get your comments down in the live chat. How we'll go in this game. Of course, remember, who do you think Eddie Howe is going to bring in? We think there could be 2 surprises that can come in there. One of them has been Livramento, and the other one being Lewis Hall. And Trippier may get a rest in this game as well. Is Callum Wilson going to be okay? Could Eddie see in his press conference that there may be a player returning back from injury tomorrow, may feature in the game tomorrow? We shall just wait and see, I suppose. We should just wait and see, I suppose. So do let us know down in the live chat, guys, how you think this game and what you're expecting from the game on Saturday. So first, they want to block the loan moves and now commercial deals. Oh, Jesus wept. I don't know. The fact is, Laurence, will want a replacement, because Tonali cannot play the rest of the season, even if it was a loan move until the rest of the season. That would be fair enough. If it was someone like Ruben Neves, because I think the Saudi League, that's supposed to be finished. That finishes quite soon, doesn't it? The Saudi League, doesn't it?
I think... I'm not exactly sure when it finishes, to be honest, but I mean, I'm sure that we're playing, during the summer.
Yeah, but I think they finish really early than the season.
It might just be different to us. Like their breaks, like where the players are off is like December, January.
It could be.
Whereas obviously for us it's June, July. I mean, I'm maybe thinking back to the time when they signed it was Al Nassr who signed Ronaldo. I mean, I know he was a free agent at the time.
So basically, we can't get loan rooms from Saudi League, but other team can. Hopefully, they can't do that because that would be so unfair if that was the case, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I think we just need just a loan player. I think a loan player just for 6 months would be great. I think we could possibly do with another striker, maybe another defender or so, but just someone to because the Tonali's out. That's the thing. So because there's nothing we can do. If we even as I would you be okay if we just got a loan deal until the end of the season in January?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be better than nothing, really. I mean, I think the one worry I'd have is, would fall in love with the player and then would be gutted that he doesn't, if he goes back. But yeah, we'll definitely need to make sure we get a midfield. I mean, if we went for Calvin Phillips, I mean, I'd rather have Neves, but if it was Phillips, because of injury record, that's a player where I'd say a loan move would be better, so that we're not struggling to get him off the wage bill if we signed him permanently, but it wasn't working out for him.
Yeah, that's it.
I'd like to, in terms of striker, we've got to try and find someone who's happy to be back up to Isak and Wilson, because even Chris Wood, I think he was happy to go to Forest because, Isak and Wilson were both fit again, because when he was here, well, you'd either have Wilson or Isak out injured, and the other striker we had was Dwight Gale, who wasn't good enough. I did see that but maybe it's the Brazilian lad with being linked with. I can't remember his name.
Possibly, yeah. But the fact is, as well, it's next season we should be looking at as well. Mostly because the fact is, I can see Callum be more of a squad player next season because of his age.
That could be the case, but maybe as we use second half of this season, maybe to bed them in, and then they do better next season. Because Gordon, he wasn't as good in the second half of last season as he has been this year. I think that was obviously
only thing Gordon needed was pre-season, and bang.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he'd been playing under Lampard, and so his fitness levels weren't where they need to be.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Oh, it's 0-0 half time, by the way, for both West Ham and Villa. Rangers are winning 2-0, though.
Rangers winning 2-0.
Yep.
Interesting. Well, I think Rangers have started to pick up since they got their new manager in, I believe.
Aye.
What about free agents? I don't know who is a free agent now. There's not probably going to be that many. There's not that many I can think of, to be honest.
No, not really. I mean, I'm sure maybe they'll find maybe watch maybe Paul might do a show about potential free agents, transfer show, or might see lists on social media of free agents. Would you take any of these guys?
Could be, but I think he's apparently Chiesa has been linked with a move again.
I saw that. I think his contract up at the end of the year. That's why he's been heavily linked with a move away. Well, if we're still in Europe, even if it's Europa League, then we've got a chance there. But then at the same time, there might be clubs with Champions League football still that are in for him.
Could well be. Let's see. But it looks like we're getting a new head scout.
I heard about that
as well. So, Coffee would love to have Mourinho back. I wish we'd give Mourinho more of a chance. I think we let him go too soon, I thought.
I think he wanted away because he lost his place to, Shelby and Diarmi were playing well. And I'm sure he had some homesickness as well.
Possibly. I would have liked to have kept Mourinho. I think he still would had something to offer with us as well. So,
yeah,
shame he only was there for the one season, but never mind. But still a very good player.
Aye.
still a very good player and still quite young, only 27 as well. So,
Yep.
again, never mind. It is what it is, I suppose. Nothing we could do about that as well. Right, then we'll get through score predictions now. So again, remember for yours, if you haven't got it in, get it down in the live chat. So we'll start with you, Laurence, on yours.
2-1 to Newcastle. I'm
Okay,
gonna
yep.
Wilson will be the fourth player that's played for both these clubs that goes and scores in this fixture. The second goal, I'm gonna go. Well, the other goal scorer, sorry, I'm gonna go with Joe Linton. In terms of the goal scorer for Bournemouth, I'll go with that Sinistera, or have you pronounce his name.
Okay, then, no problem. So 2-1 you've gone for, Laurence. Right, we'll get my score prediction, and this is what I'm going with for Saturday night. So let's get it up. There we go. I'm going with Bournemouth 1, Newcastle United 3. For Bournemouth, I'm going to say it'll be Solanke for them. And for Newcastle, I'm going to say Wilson, hopefully. Wilson, if he's playing. I'm going to say Joe Linton will finally get a goal this season because I think he'll be due one very, very soon as well. And I'm going to say Anthony Gordon will get a goal as well for him. So that is what I am going for, is Bournemouth 1, Newcastle United 3. Let us know if you think we can win by that. If you think we could win by better than that, let us know as well. So, yeah. But I think a lot of us will be backing us. There'll be a lot of teams backing us to get the win on Saturday, with Bournemouth in a massive battle this season, or are really, really struggling. Down to the bare bones as well at the moment. And consider it helping with Luton drawn against Liverpool. That dropped them back into the bottom 3 as well. So there you are. And look who pops in the chat. Evening, Mason.
Hi, Mason.
Just on me, we'll be back tomorrow night. So, Mason, yeah, Mason will be back tomorrow for tomorrow night show, which would be great. So, yeah, Mason's working the night. So, and hope it's going okay, Mason, as well. So, yeah, we're going to just start to wrap up the show in just a moment there, pretty much as well. Right then, so we will do that. So, tomorrow we'll be back for Petey's Football Live show, the crazy show. Get yourselves on. We'll have a laugh as always. You know what happens when we have an hour of the show. We'll have Chippers' rant, and we'll just have a big discussion about Newcastle and other football news that have been coming out as well. So your chance to get yourselves on for tomorrow night. The link will be pinned in the live comments. So get yourselves on tomorrow, and we'll have a very good, fantastic show tomorrow, like we always do as well when that show does take place, as always. So, yeah, and Saturday's likely going to be the watch along for the game, because I've mentioned I don't think I've been successful in the ballot. And, yeah, so it looks like Saturday's going to be the watch along for the game, and Sunday will be the match review and the player rating show. Would want a Chippers right now. No, Teta says Coffee. Oh, I could really give that a suggestion into him. So, yeah, I might pass that on to Chippers there for your coffee, and you can give a rant about Arteta. So, there you go. So, you are. So, that's what we got coming up. Laurence is also on YouTube, in case you didn't know. And where can they find you, Laurence? What you got coming up?
It's the Geordie View YouTube channel. I should be able to get a match review out for this game. I've been quite busy recently. But I suppose with the international break, I mean, I'd say I don't really like to upload the previous matches review if there's one like the following day. And it's obviously not as easy when we're playing practically every midweek when they're apart from during the international breaks.
Yep, no problem. Cheers, Laurence. So it's the Geordie View on YouTube. I haven't put a link down, but I will try and do so after the show. But it's the Geordie View on YouTube, which Laurence has got there. So feel free to check out Lawrence's channel and subscribe as well. And also a rant on Southgate, says Mason. That would be great. Our Tibbers deserves a Chippers rant. I'll pass that on to him then.
Aye.
For tomorrow night. So there you are. So keep an eye out for tomorrow night, as I mentioned just before. Right, and so again, guys, we're going to start now. So remember, guys, if you have enjoyed tonight's show, remember to hit the thumbs up. It keeps us up those search results. So please do hit those thumbs up. Please, if you're brand new at the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you really, really enjoy what goes on the channel, hit that subscribe button. Completely free to do so. It does help make the channel grow. And of course, we are on to our next target, which is the 2,000 subscribers. So help us to get us to subscribe and help us get there as soon as we can. That would be fantastic if you could do that for us. And of course, the bell notification, because that will let you know whenever a live short or pre-recorded video does take place as well. So that bell notification will keep you notified as always of what comes on the channel as well. You can still donate, and again, feel free to become a member for just 99p a month. And if you do become a member, you'll be put into a prize draw as well. And hopefully we'll try and look to do one at some point when we can do so. So there you go. And I'll just read this comment that's coming from Coffee. Take care, Coffee, by Paley, Laurence and all. Oversee you in the live chat tomorrow, Coffee, for tomorrow's show. So there you go. Well then, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your night, whatever you are up to. And until then, we'll see you all later. Take care, everyone. See you later. Away the lads. Take care, everyone. Good night, all.